Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking, and welcome aboard Flight 372 to Barcelona in Spain. Weather conditions seem to be... oh, look at that. We got a subscriber. Look, I'm Stonebridge. Thanks, man. How you doing? I was going to do this whole, and was expecting weather conditions to be fairly calm for the trip. Flight time estimated about 2 hours and 30 minutes, and just sit back and enjoy the flight, and but it's not going so well. I've got to adjust the camera here because this looks like this sepia tone thing here looks like I've taken the yes, hello folks, welcome to the Grand Prix here in the 1930s, and here we have the live camera shot of you're doing that as Crofty is doing it into FP3 right now. Seriously? Is he? He stole my bit. Crofty. Curse you, Crofty. I'd like Crofty's job. I think I'd do okay at it. I used to do some commentary back in the day. They were the days. I need to fix up my... he did weather at the same time. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not necessarily a fan of David Croft's commentary style. Let us just say. What have I got to adjust here? The brightness. Probably need to turn up the gain. It gets a bit flickery with the LED lighting behind me. I had no idea the LED lighting would do that. Oh, geez, that exposure kind of messes it up a little bit. That looks right. That'll do. So you would think if I was professional, I'd have that like all sorted out. Like I might put a light there behind that camera or some sort of light to the side to light up this wheel, but you'd be wrong because I'm not professional. So with that being said, hello everybody, welcome to the second stream of the day as we look to take on the Spanish Grand Prix from Barcelona. It is my absolute pleasure to be with you this evening and not watching FP3 because I just kind of don't feel like it. So here we are. He lacks accuracy at times, but no one is comparable for enthusiasm during race action moments. Yeah, James Allen used to be good, but Lewis Hamilton coming into the sport broke James Allen. And but prior to Lewis Hamilton, James Allen was actually a quality commentator when paired with Martin Brundle. But unfortunately, he couldn't in the same way, and it happened with Jenson Button as well. He couldn't curb his enthusiasm when it came to British drivers, and it broke him. Murray was endearing, particularly when it came to the British drivers, like a Mansell and definitely with Damon Hill. Murray had his Murrayisms, and he was quite endearing, and he'd always make mistakes, but you put up with it. James Allen was utterly infuriating when firstly Jenson Button and then when Lewis Hamilton were anywhere of any kind of repute whatsoever. And look, David Croft's definitely the best since him. I'd take James Allen over David Croft, but certainly better than Jonathan Ledgard. And rewatching the 2011 Grand Prix, which Formula One have on their official YouTube channel at the moment, being reminded of the pairing of Martin Brundle with David Coulthard, and just how Brundle is a great commentator. Don't get me wrong, Martin Brundle is a terrific commentator, but him as the lead commentator, it just didn't work. So, Croft's the best of a bad situation. I'm not a fan of so many boomer jokes. Like, we don't need them all. Like, yeah, I like making a lot of puns, but my goodness, Crofty, not every joke has to be some kind of stupid boomerism. I couldn't imagine what James would be like now with Hamilton being a grade A wanker. Yep. I must confess, I haven't touched F1 for a while. Been on ACC and Project Cars 2. I've been the opposite. I haven't touched anything but Formula One from a racing perspective. I'm actually quite enjoying this at the moment. It's probably got less to do with the gameplay because that still infuriates me like anything else, like always. I think I've just enjoyed being able to customize it and having my own livery in the game, and those kinds of things, and sort of creeping towards the front. So I haven't done any other driving at all. I haven't played iRacing for this season. I didn't play it for the last 3 weeks of last season either. No ACC, definitely no P cars. So Brundle's Sun is good for F2 actually. Yeah, right. Yeah. PC3 is awful. They've basically made Forza. Yeah, I heard it's no good. What can you do? I would like to get a set of Corsa up and running again, which I haven't done since I moved to the new rig, and do some tow game, because I was really enjoying that, and I felt like I made for some fun streams because it wasn't racing; it was just some tow game. We've still been watching through Initial D, so yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that again. I should totally fire that up at some point, but I feel like every time if I was doing that, then I'm not doing this, and I don't do this enough as it is. Like, I don't know what it's like for you guys. For me, I only play this basically on weekends. I'm a pretty busy person. Like I've said numerous times, I've got 2 jobs. I got a full-time job and I run my own business on the side. Very, very busy. I don't find a lot of time to do this, but I do like playing games. And every time I race, I'm streaming. Every time I drive, basically, I'm streaming. Not in my real car, of course, because that'd be awkward and not really. You guys just hear me listening to podcasts and watch me curse out other drivers who can't drive. Probably not that much different for me playing this, really. But I would like to create more content, but I'm just too busy. So yeah, it's a catch-20. It's a catch-22. But I have to admit, PC2 is my go-to game now they've fixed the driver swaps. I did like P-Cars too. They were, it's hard to make a. You don't have to. Oh, look at that performance uplift. Yeah, you can find enjoyment in most of these games, man. Is what I'm trying to say. The race is gonna rain at the back end. It's gonna rain at the back end again. So we're now the 3rd best car, or we 4th best car actually, because Mercedes looks like they're just off the charts. No, we are the 3rd best car. As we move our way past Ferrari, it just hasn't updated that. Yeah, weekends are the only time for me as well. You don't need to make more content. We like watching you as you are. Yeah, thanks. No, I appreciate that, but I guess that's sort of what I was angling at, was that I do appreciate, like, particularly the regulars like yourself and a few of the others who are here all the time. I would like to do more. I'd like to chat to you guys more. I'd like to just bum around more. Like I said, do some of the Toge stuff or something like that. It's just hard to find the time, man. Hard to find the time. I don't think we need to bum around with parts because they're all still fairly new. Yeah, let's just go to practice. How are our light levels? Pretty good. Works. The regulars should all have a race one weekend. Definitely, man. I'm definitely down for that. Definitely down for that. At least not like Hanoi and Zandvoort. I actually know this track very, very well.
I've had a chat with Carl about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so give them a try.
I bloody better feel the improvement, otherwise you're all sacked. Quick question before you start driving. Do you favour AC or ACC? AC, because it's got more content for Toge and stuff like that. I did like Competizione. It's obviously very, very singularly focused on GT racing. For AC's got a little bit more variability. I'm sure ACC will get there, but it's just not there right now. If I've got to choose something just to go in and drive and bum around in, I'll take AC. If I was going to do serious racing though, like I tried with ACC, it's just unfortunately it didn't work out with that league, because yeah, they talked a big game on seriousness and then it didn't really come through in action.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Best of luck out there.
Goodness, this car feels good. Just wait until I start hustling it though.
Zone is
I'll
coming
hate
up.
it.
Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Ah, I got caught on that curb.
Good work. You seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
I went in there a little bit hot, if you didn't notice. Glad I was able to hit the gate.
This is the last lap of the program.
Oh, we
Final
missed it by
lap of the
10
program.
points. We missed purple by 10 points. How unfortunate. Whoa! I really enjoyed watching you in that 6-hour race. Man, I enjoyed that 6-hour race. It was great. Yeah. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that race. It's just a shame that it just didn't work out. Like, it was... The time didn't work out for me. And yeah, I couldn't make it work. Screw you, Bollard. No! Ah! Well, green it is. And no point in finishing that lap now. Cockpit cam, always. Always. Tire management, let's roll.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Yes, mate, I know what I'm doing.
complete and a job well done.
That was better. Well inside the target time. Fuel management, let's go. Oh, excuse me.
We're testing fuel management here, so try to lift and coast going into the corners. Don't be too aggressive.
What do you got? I want a logo like your SM looks. Awesome. We'll have to try and make one SB. Yeah, I didn't take me that long to come up with that. I think I don't know, a couple of hours maybe. I just wanted something simple that I could use.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good...
That'll do. That'll do for FP1. Let's go to FB2. What do you use to design stuff? InDesign? No, just Photoshop. Just Photoshop.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top three.
Man, I thought our lap time would be better than that.
And Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, I guess we didn't really do
Sadly,
anything.
It's time to say goodbye as free practice
Anything that competitive, did we? No, I mean, I wasn't exactly driving slowly in those tests. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Not overly worried about what our pace looks like on the timesheets in FP1 and 2. Even 3 for that matter, I guess. Let's go. Stroll is unwell, by the way. Hulkenberger's on standby. Oh, jeez. Did they test him for the coof? Or is he just like stomach unwell kind of thing? Hulkenberg should be in F1 anyway, man. Give him a seat already. Non-COVID. Well, that's good.
This is the ERS management test. Hit the target time whilst managing your battery charge. The more efficiently you use energy throughout the lap, the higher you will score. Use your overtake button for maximum power, but remember, that will drain energy rapidly.
Oh, a bit hot. It's alright. We saved it. back of the lap with Scruffy.
Program
That's
complete
enough.
and adjust.
Ocon and Grosjean would soon go if it was my choice. Yeah, tell me about it. Not that I've got anything against French drivers, but yeah, Grosjean would be number one on my hit list to get him off the grid. Shouldn't say stuff like that. Shouldn't be so mean. But Hulkenberg is a quality driver. It deserves to be on the grid. I'm sorry, I got itchy nose. It's not the couth. Don't worry. Listen, I think it is. Mind you, we haven't had a case in my area for like 5 months. So, probably not.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:18.1.
Race strategy. I feel like we're delaying the inevitable, really. But take good health while I've got it, I guess. Race strategy. Yeah, let's do that now. I mean, life here is pretty much normal. Not like in other parts of Australia where it's locked down in a communist dictatorship.
Give us some consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into the race strategy.
What do we got? Just, I had a case last month of beer. Nice. I actually just bought a case of beer someday during the week because I really needed it because it was one of those weeks. In that case, 3. Yeah. How you doing, Jester? It's good to see you, man. Virtually. But look, my view of COVID is that if you can be a 74-year-old overweight dude who lives on a diet of Diet Coke and fast food, I think, and you can get through it in a day or two, you know, I think it must be okay. You know what I mean? I think that, you know, what I'm sort of picking up from that is that maybe, and we haven't really seen the statistics on obviously for all those, you know, unfortunate souls who have been lost during this ridiculous pandemic. How much of a factor is like how early it was caught, how quickly they were diagnosed, and how quickly they started getting treatment? Like, is that like the biggest thing? Who knows? I don't know. Just spitballing. I guess we all just want it to be over.
Super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Come on, he didn't have it. I don't know. I think it's one of those things where you have to take it at face value that he had it because it's very easy to prove that he didn't. Like, I don't know. I just don't see... Look, the thing about government conspiracies, man, is that... Remember that most people in government are just really, really stupid. There's no way that... And particularly in modern politics, it's like the 9/11, the truth of conspiracies about 9/11. You reckon if 9/11 was an inside job, that no one would have spilt the beans yet. Look, there are plenty of people who work around Trump who don't like him. If he actually didn't have it, I guarantee you they'd be out there right now. They'd be like, oh no, he absolutely didn't have it. I believe he got it. There's too many people around him who had it as well. And look, it didn't do him any favors getting it from my perspective. Like, so I don't know. I believe that he had it. I believe that, you know, by the time we get through all, and, you know, we sift through all the data from this time,
Great lab.
it'll turn out that a lot of people have had it, like lots and lots and lots of people have had it and didn't even know it. Shield the vulnerable, let the rest of the world crack on now. Agreed, 100%. I think that's basically what I feel like that's what we have to do, is we have to just say, look, we can't, the survival rate is really, really high. Like, yes, it's not quite as survivable as the flu, particularly if you sort of get above the age of like the mid-70s kind of area. I think that all you can do is say, but look, if you're under the age of that, you take more risks driving in your car to work kind of thing. So I feel like it's one of those things where you got to say, yeah, look, I understand there has to be some limitations, like in terms of travel and international travel and stuff like that. I fully understand that. But I think that for the rest of the world, you got to say, look, we just make sure we protect the vulnerable people, and we try and get the world back to normal. In the UK, they are now going herd immunity now, but without saying that is what they were doing. I thought, well, did they first of all start, like they were accused at the start of trying to do herd immunity, and then they got criticised for it, so then they said, oh, actually, we're not going to do that. But look, my view is that you can't necessarily be critical of what governments did first, because no one knew what to expect. Like, this thing could have been anything. You know, we were getting videos out of China of people collapsing in the street. You know, we were told this is what COVID could do. I can definitely understand that the government's panicked, not knowing what to do. But I feel like we're 6 months down the track now. It should be pretty obvious what we should be doing. And what we should be doing is, hey, look, we want to stop massive outbreaks. I understand that. We want to contact trace. We want to make sure that, you know, if people getting it, they're quarantining and things like that. But sooner or later, it's gonna burn through the population, man. You're not going to stop it. You're delaying the inevitable. You're basically waiting for a vaccine, which, I mean, we'll probably get, but who knows? You know, it's no guarantee. It's no guarantee the vaccine will work either. So it's one of those things where, and look, you don't want to say, I feel like it's we should just let people get it, because I do know that it's dangerous, and there's not enough data on like long-term impact and long-term health complications from having it. It might turn out to be a really bad thing to have it, at which point what I just said is really callous. So I don't want to say we should just let people get it, but at the same time, we can't. Humanity has grown so much in the last 100 years. You know, in the last 80 years, since the end of World War II, what we have now is astronomical. We can't sacrifice all of that over something that has a 99.95% survival rate. You know, there has to be a balance. You can't always let the scientists make all the decisions, because the scientists aren't economists. The scientists can tell you that, hey, look, you know, if you do this, then you will stop, you know, 100,000 people from dying of the coof. However, what they don't tell you is what the economists say, which is, well, actually, what you're going to do is put 300,000 people out of work, and we know from statistics that 15% of them are going to kill themselves if you do that. So, I mean, it's a really tough thing. I don't envy the political class having to deal with stuff like this. I wish it wasn't as political as what it's got. Thankfully in Australia, it's actually getting like that now, particularly down in Victoria. It's obviously political in the US, which, I mean, everything, you know, buying a ham sandwich is political in the US nowadays. But sooner or later, the governments have to give up on this locking us up thing, because there'll be more consequences than just COVID. Like, there'll be consequences to people's faith in institutions. There'll be consequences to the stability of countries, full stop. Like, you imagine what we're going through here in stable countries like the UK, the US, Australia, and all that kind of thing. we're not getting a lot of news out of a lot of these sort of second and third world countries, which I imagine it's just disaster over there. So, but if it's not, right? Like, imagine if you are talking about third world countries, and this is probably just spreading rampantly, but we're not seeing colossal amounts of death, then I think that we need to stop and take a look and work out whether maybe their strategy works better now. I don't know. I'm just a dude with opinions who rages out on the internet, so that's that. I will never blame the government for their handling of it. Whoever was in charge was going to get screwed, 100%. Panic started when they said herd immunity, so they can't say that that's what it is, that's what they're doing. Yeah, I agree. I think you can blame the government for some things, like when they clearly do something wrong. I don't know how much you know about what's happened down in Victoria. The government's clearly made a lot of mistakes down there, and they should be criticised for that. But I think that, in terms of the overall strategy, then no. I mean, everybody, it was 100 years ago we last went through this. We've never gone through it in the modern age. So, more importantly, I've not been to a single cricket match this year. I know. There are parts of Australia where they're starting to have crowds back at sporting events. Yeah, we're a lot like Britain. Obviously, we're sports mad over here. I feel like that when we all release, there's going to be like next year. There's just going to be when the COVID thing is declared over. There's going to be just this party-like atmosphere. I hope, like all these sporting events, just going to be packed to the rafters. I think, and people are going to embrace freedom, which is great. And I hope that we learn that we don't take it for granted. What I hate is the fact that obviously I'm going to go to Japan as soon as I can, as soon as it's sensible to do so. I imagine there's a lot of people who are also going to be getting on the first plane to get out of the country as well, because everybody's holiday plans have been decimated for a year. So, I feel like I'm going to have a lot of competition to get on those flights. So, but mind you, the longer we're in lockdown for, the longer I plan on staying in Japan for. So at the moment, I'm looking at probably about a 3-month sojourn. Bad luck to my employer. And but I mean, not to my own business though. Maybe I'll just hire somebody to do that for me while I'm away, so I can have a proper break. I've been running Osani for
our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
For nearly for over 4 years now, I think. Yeah, 2016 I started it, so I've worked every day since I started it. Very, very rarely that I've taken it, that I've been able to have a full day off from it. I'm going out too wide on the exit there. We'll flash it back. It's only a test. Do you have any other Fanatec wheels for your base or just the Formula rim? This is my second Formula rim. The other one is somewhere there. You can see it in the bottom of one of my glass cabinets. But no, I've only got the Formula rim though. This is the new Formula rim. I have thought about getting more of an old big circular rim that would help me for like drifting and toge stuff, but I just haven't done it yet. Oh, hang on, I want to flash that back. Yeah, you'd want a big circular one for the truck simulator, that's for sure. Yeah, I think we beat this challenge.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job in...
I wonder if it's telling me that they expects me to be on pole after that. Helpful when playing Project Cars as well, drifting. Yeah, definitely would be. Yeah, this thing's no good for drifting is what I found. Estimated qualifying position, pole. Watch me not get pole. 16.3 it reckons. That'll do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I also feel like I need a stick shifter as well. Well, I guess it would actually be here. I've got the thing over here, but I could quite easily move that.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Verstappen, Leclerc, and Wood. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
But yeah, I have thought about getting the larger rim for doing toge.
You spent a lot of time on the track during practice. Does the car have enough reliability to sustain that?
Just saying that.
How do you feel this season is going for you? Is the car competitive? Appreciate your time.
You're welcome. $960 resource points. Did we go to level 16? Yes, we did. So we should be able to get into FP3, Q3 here fairly easily.
What do you think of this one?
I hate it. What else we got? Not enough points. Could do that one. We've already got a development going there. We've got a development going there. Don't have a development going there. Let's just grab this one. Will do. Let's go. Yes, ACC League Racing. Golden times. You've got the yawns up already. Like you're not about to do anything that's highly intensive. Look at that lovely looking car. Alright. Let's just, I think we should get this out of the way nice and early. I'm actually thinking of not doing next season. Need a break from it. Yep. I feel ya. I'm not doing anything at the moment except F1 2020, and I'm fine with that. I'm not even doing any iRacing or anything, I was saying before. 7/10 off Bottas. That's interesting. For when the thing said I was going to be on pole. P-Cars 2 has the best AI I found yet. If you don't like league racing, I do have P-Cars 2. I would like to play it more. That and Dirt Rally. I like AC Lawnmower mod.
Our best lap so far is a
Does sound like fun.
16.0.
Yeah, a fair bit slower in the last sector, weren't we? Look at that. Massively slow in the last sector. I don't know why. Oh, where's it start? I did run over that curb coming out of the hairpin. Hopefully that's enough for us to get through, though. I feel like we should be pretty safe. What are we? P11. 16 flat, in by over half a second. Yep, P12. Nobuharu up there in P8. I like it. Good man. Alright, we're going to have to do better in Q2 though. We'll have to do a better lap. I wasn't necessarily that switched on for that lap, so we'll do better this time.
Engine fired, we're set.
Made a mistake at that chicane. Both those guys are on the medium as well.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Well, time for me to head off. Have a good one. Thanks, Jester. Thanks for stopping by, man. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm going to have to go again. There's no doubt about that. Ah, man, I really did mess up that chicane. I got wide and I lost the rear end. I'm sure it's going to show that I lost a fair bit of time in the last sector again. Felt like the first sector was pretty good. I held 5th through the first corner. Kept it on the track. Kept good drive through the car. So we'll have a look at what the timing sheet says. So 10th off in the first sector, 3/10 last middle sector. Yeah, 4/10 last sector.
Our best lap so far is a 1:15.7.
So imagine what we're going to see is us getting dropped out of the top 10, just like that. Nobuharu is in off the strength of the last sector. So I really need to get out there and do the last sector well.
All personnel be aware, car leaving.
It's on me. I've got a good enough car to do it. I've just got to do the lap. Stop messing up that last sector.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Alright, so I found my mojo in the last sector. I made a mistake, but I got it all back in the last sector. It was actually probably on track to be 6/10, so it could have been 2/10 faster than that. But that should be enough to get us through. Yeah, coming out of the hairpin through that left-hander and then up over to the right-hander. I had to get it all together for the right-hander. I went in there too hot. Car wasn't settled. I had to jump on the brakes to get the nose of the car into the corner. Wasn't able to get on the throttle as early as I would have liked, and that lost me the 2/10 that I was up coming out of the hairpin. But then I got all the time back in the last sector, so the 4/10 or so that I had to, I got. And so that's put us P4, and we should be safely through to Q3 with 2 sets of tyres to use. And all I've got to do is just that again in Q3. Yeah, this is the place where I screwed up. I wanted to be on the throttle earlier than I was. It wasn't okay, it wasn't disastrous, but it did cost us a couple of tenths compared to the first run. We've got Norris in front of us though. I mean, we could be in trouble. They're all on the medium tyre on their first runs. We could be in trouble. We could get bumped out, but I felt like I did a good lap there, so we'll just see. That's all we can do. First sector was fast, second sector, couple of tenths, last sector, much better. I was still 2 tenths off, so still 2 tenths slower than Matsushita. I'm giving up time in that sector, but hopefully it's enough. Just. Unfortunately for Nobuharu, he didn't make it. Oh, better check what tyres are on. Yep. Here we go. We've got 2 goes at this. Messing up the last sector again.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty. Mind that.
Why don't you shut your mouth when I'm doing a lap? You infuriating muppet. Like, I'd get out of the car and clock him.
Car repairs have set us back a little.
Fucking idiot.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 15.6.
All right. So I did mess up the middle sector, same place again, and then I wasn't cleaning the last sector either. So see what we can do this lap. No, I don't know why all of a sudden we're getting that problem. Get out of here, game. So we found 3/10. It's not enough. I don't know why all of a sudden we're getting that issue where it's spitting us into the wall. But anyway, it is what it is. It's not didn't do that much for us.
With qualifying finished,
P7.
it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Ricciardo, Albon, and Max Verstappen. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup.
Theoretically, we have a better car than Ferrari, so they outperformed us that race. Oh, and fucking Albon. I forgot about that rivalry with him. I'm gonna lose that. It's not fair. I think the game didn't give me many good choices to have a rivalry with. Unless I brain him in this race, it's all over. Off the back of the fact that he won the race at Zandvoort when I got second.
Welcome along then to what promises to be another fascinating Spanish Grand Prix. A race which saw Max Verstappen win on his first ever appearance with the Red Bull team in 2016. This after the dramatic coming together of Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg on the first lap. Will we see more moments for the scrapbook here today? The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves. It consists of a very impressive main straight going into turn 1. It's a straight that also offers a DRS zone, so it's likely to be a hot spot for overtakes. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Wood. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Alexander Albon will lead us away from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Charles Leclerc, Wood, Perez,
Someone's got a
Norris,
penalty.
Sainz, and Nobuharu Matsushita.
Daniel.
Ricardo, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Fiat, Esteban Ocon, and Stroll, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Pierre Gasly, and Kevin Magnussen. Russell, Boccolacci, De Vries, and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
So it reckons it's going to rain at the end of the race. So... Look, just let me choose the fucking tyre that I want, yeah? I can't change the tyre. This is ridiculous, game. I want to put the hard tyre on. And I can't. I can't put the hard tyre on because you won't let me change this. Oh my goodness. See if I can edit this one. This game's as dumb as dog shit sometimes, honestly. There we go. And the reason we're going to do that is because it might get, if it rains at the back end of the race. Oh, hang on. So it reckons I should try and go for 19 laps on this tyre. Okay, good. Okay. All right, before we start, I'm just going to take a comfort break. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. All right, so let's go. Let's do it. Whoa!
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Tough task ahead of me to weather report.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Yeah, we're gonna have a... Hey, hey, Elibu, how you going, man? Welcome back. So, yeah, we're gonna have our work cut out for us beating Albon today. Starting from pole. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. Ask me about 30 laps time, yeah? All right.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Look behind us. And here
The
we
start sequence will
go.
begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Oh no! Well done. Well done, AI. Nailed it. Hey, Stowbridge, welcome back. You're here just to watch the AI turn me around at turn 1. Alright, so Albon's been knocked down to second. Just look
That's what we like to see at the start. Well done.
purely from a rival perspective.
Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the hards.
Whoa! Whoa! I don't even know why I had no grip then. Oh man, what the hell was that all about? For some reason the car just didn't stick. Okay. Missed a downshift. Oh man. Tires are giving up already.
Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past.
I lose too much time out of the last corner.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap. Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well. Push now. We're boxing this lap. We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
Is this Spain? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we're the first ones in the pits.
Complete, go now. We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy.
So you might have noticed I didn't go for the extra fuel that I usually do. I thought I'd give that a miss this race and see how it works out for us. I was expecting to have more clean air. I wasn't expecting to come out like right on the back of the pack. I thought like after only like 5 laps, the back of the pack would be.
We're expecting rain in around 10 to 15 minutes.
And that's why we put the hards on. Got the undercut as well. On Hamilton at least. Not Bottas though. We got stuck behind Latifi. If not for Latifi, we would have got Bottas as well. Fuck's sake. Thank you for the new follow or subscription, whoever that was. This asshole could get out of my fucking way. That's what you get, asshole.
Okay, gap ahead is 4.4 seconds.
I got Hamilton right behind me. Because of De Vries. Weather report. Weather report.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes' time. Rain in 10 minutes. Dries seem like the best tyre for now.
All I can hope is that Bottas and Albon have been held up in traffic as well. Hey, Double Link, how are you, man? Just saw your chat message. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here.
Good pace. You're catching the car in front by a second per lap.
It is a Haas, man. Come on.
Okay, clear.
Not my fault. It's not my fault. Sorry, K-Mag. But I'm apologizing for something that's not my fault. You guys all saw what happened.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. To the car in front is 3.4 seconds. Gap to teammate ahead is 15.2 seconds.
Weather report.
Looks like rain is inbound, and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes till the rain. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes. Haru is coming in for his stop.
Oh, fuck! Oh, man. We'll flash that back, because that's a race ender. Like that would just wreck it. And I hit Lewis as well, which is not good. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Oh, nearly happened again, though. So what we really want to see... Oh, I'm out of DRS.
Ahead is starting to create a gap. They're starting to pull away from us. Gap to teammate behind is 6.0 seconds.
Is that if inters are needed, these guys have to box for another set of tyres before I do. That's why I went for the hards. There's the rain.
We're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
Max boxed. That's what I wanted to see. That these guys wouldn't be able to take their tyres through to the possible inters.
The gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds. Okay, you have win.
No. I've got to be able to keep the car on the track. Not your weekend, this one. It's alright, I'd be okay. Like, I'm losing time to those guys because they're on the soft tyre. But the AI is so superior in these conditions.
No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Man, it's slippery out here. But yeah, the AI is so much better in these greasy conditions than you are. They got so much more grip.
Tyre situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got right now.
Weather report.
This rain is going to keep getting heavier for the next 15 minutes at least. Dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Oh, far out.
check your MFD for a new
Shit.
strategy option.
Yep, I should have gone in that lap.
Confirmed.
I should have gone in that lap. I felt it, I should have gone in. It worked for us as Zandvoort, it hasn't worked for us here.
We're no longer sure that these tyres are the right ones. It might be time to come in and change.
Box this lap. Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
This hasn't worked out well. Teammate's probably gonna pass me.
Release, release. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Yep, there he is. Thank you for the new follow or subscriber. I can't say who it is, but thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. Hopefully you are entertained.
Okay, we've got plenty of energy. Use the overtake button and have a go.
It just wouldn't stick. It just wouldn't stick. It just wouldn't stick. Friggin' flash it back. Oops, that's a bad place to do that. Don't go out there, you idiot. I just gotta stop making those silly mistakes.
Gap to car in front is 1.5 seconds.
Man, good on Nobuharu though for being up there in the top 3. Good on him. I mean, I'll take it from him if I can, but... Man, I need to keep an eye on my fuel usage, I think. Better start short shifting a bit.
Conditions are going to keep deteriorating for 10 minutes at least. Green flag. Safety car, safety car. No overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
So Verstappen was ahead of us. So that's going to make us, what, 2-3? No, 3-4. Actually, no, sorry, Max wasn't ahead of us, was he? Because he boxed early. Unfortunately, our strategy of putting in the hards to make sure we could go all the way through to the rain was the right strategy, but unfortunately Albon and Bottas also managed to get their mediums to go that far into the race as well. Weather report.
At least another 10 minutes until this rain evens out. Stay alert out there. Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now.
is great to see the 2 Auto House cars up here in the top 4, though. I'm not going to lie. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Right, pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead.
That was almost a disaster. Look at that beautiful Osani car. The beautiful Osani Auto House car.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, clear. Okay, gap ahead is 1.9 seconds. mind is dropping back, we're seeing a gap form. Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button more. This is your final lap of the race.
Well done, Nobuharu. Well done.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Well done, Nobuharu. Teammate on the podium for the first time in his career. There he is.
Another Spanish Grand Prix is over, and what a special race.
Hey, Deradros. Yeah, I didn't try and pass him. It was his first podium, so I just sort of sat behind him.
Rain always has the potential to liven up a race.
The main thing for me was just making sure I didn't get passed by the McLaren behind me.
It's always a bit of a lottery when the conditions are like this,
but yeah,
they
when
stay on circuit and have come out on top.
Yeah, when he was sort of, because he stayed out like long on the first stint, and then he was in the right place at the right time when the rain started. There he is. Look at it. Well done, Nobuharu. Well done, Nobuharu. First podium. Well done, champ. You've earned it. Very happy for him, virtually.
Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Our championship leader is still sat at the top of the standings, but their rivals have made up some solid ground today. So, Anthony Davis,
Constructors were still third.
Rank as your driver of the day.
Nobuharu Matsushita gets my vote today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Another team that excelled today was Williams, who make further...
We're gonna lose that. We're gonna lose that rivalry to Albon, though, unfortunately.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective.
But he did put it on pole, so it was always going to be tough.
You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret? How did your team respond to the poor conditions today? How do you feel seeing your teammate up on the podium?
I am so proud. I'm
lost
proud
your
of you.
teammate today. Was it just not your day? Appreciate your time.
I mean, really, what happened was that he got lucky. He got lucky with the timing of the pit stop. But good on him. I'm happy to see him up on the podium. I want both of us to be up there on the podium. That would be obviously the, you know, it's just good for the team. It's good for the team to see the other guy up there. So yeah, I mean, when he was in front of me, I was like, you know, I was happy just to sit behind him, basically. So we have 8 days to spend. And that's a no-brainer. Let's do that. Really like the new car. Thank you, Deradros. I appreciate that. Marketing strategy conference or reaction training. Let's do that one. That's his reward. What do we got? $6 million to spend. I'm not really being hit by reliability problems at this stage, so I'd rather get the other three. So I'm just going to hold on to that money for now. Can we do anything R&D wise?
If it were me, this is probably what I'd invest in.
We have the worst reliability on the grid, but whatever. No, we'll hold on to our resource points as well.
You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select. While you will receive acclaim for beating them, you'll lose acclaim if you fail to do so.
Yeah, well, that's what happened with Albon, and Albon was the easiest of the ones the friggin' game gave me. So what do you want me to do, dude? So we have a current... Alright, so let's do a power unit thing. Let's do this thing. Sure, do it. We'll go to Monaco, but we're not going to do it. Who needs reliability? I agree. Like, I'm not having any issues with reliability. So, and you know, I mean, mind you, I've bombed out a Q1 twice, so I've got extra stuff. But you know, the AI takes plenty of penalties during the season, so you know, I don't mind. It's fine. So, in terms of car performance, where are we at now? So we're still third. Mind you, if all these upgrades come through, we'll be number one, without taking into account what the others are up to. No development for us this weekend, first time in a while. So, yeah. Looks like we're pretty good. So we're going to end the stream there because it's pretty late here. And I think I might watch qualifying. I think that starts in like 57 minutes. So maybe I'll watch that. But yeah, it's been a good stream. Thank you everybody for tuning in to watch. I really appreciate it. Second one of the day. We didn't make it to the podium this time like we did at Zandvoort, but Zandvoort, it was knife edge. I was thinking about jumping into the pits the lap before I did. If I had have, there's a chance I could have won the race, I guess, depending on how quick I could have been first lap out on Inters. So yeah. So, yeah, that'll do. But like I said, thank you everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who watches later on Twitch and then when I export it over the YouTube later. It's been fun. As always, I've been Webby Moto. It's been fun hanging out, guys. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. That key. Thank you. Bye-bye.